Classroom of the Elite Season 4 is officially announced. Honestly, kind of crazy that we're getting this announcement not even 6 months after the end of Season 3, when the gap between Season 1 and 2 was 5 long ass years long. But as much as I want to be happy about this announcement, the truth is, I am pretty worried about the second year anime. And this video is why you should be too. Or not. I know most anime onlys are not gonna care about how the series is being adapted, and honestly that's pretty fair. This video is gonna be about my thoughts on the Season 4 announcement, the new key visual, a potential studio change, and why I'm personally worried about the anime as a massive fan of the source material. So if you're not interested in that, I won't mind if you guys click off the video. But with all that being said though, let's start with how much the season is going to adapt. If you guys don't know, the official announcement post on Twitter had a line which most people aren't gonna think too deeply about, and the line is talking about the first semester of second year. And if this isn't just some wording or translation error, then it's pretty safe to say that Season 4 is gonna adapt until the first semester of second year. And this is Volume 1 to Volume 4.5. A total of 5 volumes, and this could either be a great decision or a total disaster depending on the episode count. For reference, the first season had 12 episodes which adapted volumes 1 to 3 and then jammed volume 4.5 into a single filler episode and changed the focus from K to Horikita. The second season adapted volumes 4 to 7 with 7.5 jammed into a single episode. And if we're counting the rest of volume 4.5, then this was 6 whole volumes jammed into 13 episodes. Needless to say, this season was a complete disaster. And then we have Season 3 which adapted volumes 8 to 11.5 in 13 episodes. A total of 5 volumes, which is pretty much the same as Season 2 and the upcoming Season 4. And now, the question is whether we're gonna be repeating history by jamming 5 volumes into 13 episodes, or we're actually gonna get 24 episodes that will faithfully adapt the series. I wanna be hopeful for the second outcome, but based on how popular the anime is despite the botched adaptation, I've pretty much lost all hope. And the worst part is that even if we do get a studio change for year 2, it's not the studio who decides on the episode count. That stuff is decided by the production committee, who only care about catching up to the novels as fast as possible in order to advertise the new volumes with the anime. I really hope that I'm wrong and we end up with a proper adaptation, but we'll just have to see. And now let's talk about the new key visual which was released alongside the announcement and a potential studio change. I saw lots of people hating on the key visual and saying that it looks worse than the previous seasons, and honestly, I don't think it looks that bad. The character designs obviously look very different, but I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I see them moving in the actual anime. Also, it might just be me, but does anyone else think the designs look similar to the Year 2 manga? Obviously the manga looks way better, but it's just something that caught my eye. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out the Year 2 manga, I highly recommend it. It's an actually good adaptation of the light novel and the art looks great. The only downside are the monthly releases and the fact that the first year manga is just as bad as the anime, so you don't really have a starting point for the manga. And now let's talk about a potential studio change. Personally, I'd be extremely happy to see another studio handling the second year adaptation. I know Studio Lurch wasn't the only one at fault for the bad adaptation, but I genuinely think that Lurch has shown us the worst it can be, and I really don't think it can get any worse than that. Heck, even Studio Dean has given us an incredible light novel adaptation with Gemai Seikatsu. Also, I really hope that the production committee actually gives the studio enough time to not release a broken product like Season 2 and 3. I think the chance for a studio change is honestly pretty high, especially considering how different the key visual looks compared to Studio Lurch's usual style. But I'm honestly preparing myself for Lurch once again. Also, I have to mention, even if we do get a studio change, it doesn't automatically mean that we're gonna have a great adaptation. I previously said that Lurch has shown us the worst, but I was only talking about the visuals. Depending on the episode count and how the director handles them, Season 4 could potentially be straight up worse than the previous 3. Again, I really hope that I'm wrong and we end up with a decent adaptation, but I feel like the odds are really stacked against it. And that's pretty much why I'm worried about season 4 of Classroom of the Elite. Sorry if the video is a bit too negative, but I'm not saying all this just to doom post. I'm a really big fan of the source material and it just really sucks to see a series you care about getting a hollow adaptation. I know most anime onlys aren't gonna care about this video, but I do hope that some of you can at least understand that light novel readers complaining about the anime mostly comes from a place of love for the series and the author. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more anime content, and peace.